Barcelona's transfer plans are heating up fast, and today we've got major updates you don't want to miss. From Basel and Slavia Prague closely monitoring Mammadoom Back's future, to a Premier League star openly expressing his desire to join Barca, the January window is already shaping up to be dramatic. We'll also dive into fresh comments on the Negreira controversy, and break down Hansi Flick's predicted lineup against Villarreal, including big calls involving Cubarsí, Kound, Pedri, Rashford and Lamine Yamal. Make sure you stay until the end, because everything you need to know about Barcelona's present and future starts right now. Basel and Slavia Prague are keeping a close eye on Mammadoom Back's future at Barcelona. The 23-year-old central defender is heading into an uncertain winter period, with the club carefully balancing its sporting priorities against ongoing financial pressures. Mammadoom Back's future at FC Barcelona appears increasingly open as the January transfer window approaches. The Senegalese centre-back, currently part of Barça Athletic, has attracted interest from abroad, with Basel and Slavia Prague closely tracking his situation, according to reports from Spanish outlets. Back, 23, is under contract until the end of the season, a factor that could accelerate decision-making in the coming weeks. Barcelona are aware that a potential winter exit could help balance the books and reduce wage commitments, an important consideration given the club's ongoing financial constraints. Various reports suggest the club would be willing to listen to offers in order to generate income and avoid losing the player for free in the summer. On the pitch, Back has featured in 9 matches for Barça Athletic this season. He has enjoyed periods of trust from Juliano Belletti, partly due to injuries suffered by other defenders, but his overall role has fluctuated. Earlier in the campaign, he returned to action after recovering from physical issues that delayed his involvement, including a fracture in his left hand in November. Despite those setbacks, his profile remains appealing to clubs seeking defensive depth. Basel and Slavia Prague are both exploring reinforcements for the winter market, and according to reports Back is on their shortlist. A move to either side would offer him the chance to compete in European competitions, with Basel currently involved in the UEFA Europa League. Czech and Swiss interest is considered more advanced than that of Cadiz or Malaga, who have also been loosely linked but are seen as secondary options. Back's path to Barcelona has been anything but conventional. He arrived in 2023 on loan from Los Angeles FC after spells in the United States, including significant minutes with LAFC and their affiliate Las Vegas Lights. Following a solid first season, Barcelona exercised their purchase option and tied him down until 2026. However, his second year proved more inconsistent, with injuries and competition limiting his impact. He has trained with Barcelona's first team on several occasions under Hansi Flick, mainly when injuries or absences in defense created opportunities. However, despite these chances, establishing himself at senior level has proven challenging. With his contract situation and limited first-team pathway, all signs now suggest that a move away from the club could be the most realistic next step in his career. Meanwhile, the Negreira controversy has once again come into focus, following comments from a former La Liga official. Cesar Noval, who worked as an assistant referee during José María Enríquez Negreira's time as vice president of the Spanish Referees Committee, has publicly addressed the issue in an interview with El Chiringuito. Noval made it clear that match officials were not influenced in their on-field decisions. According to him, referees never received instructions or pressure that affected how games were officiated. While he admitted there may have been questionable circumstances behind the scenes, he insisted that these did not translate into biased refereeing during matches. Noval insisted that referees on the field were largely unaffected by any potential irregularities. "I never received any directive nor intention, nor anything similar," he explained. He acknowledged that while there may have been unusual circumstances, they did not influence refereeing decisions. "Is there something strange? Yes. But for us on the pitch, it did not affect us at all." Regarding Negreira's capacity to influence, Noval described it as relative. While the ex-vice president could adjust a corrective index that impacted referee evaluations and career progression, Noval emphasized that direct instructions for specific matches were never given. You could favor someone slightly by choosing a more permissive referee, less permissive, but beyond that, direct influence saying, "In this match you have to really know," he noted. Noval also shed light on the role of Javier Enríquez, Negreira's son, who acted as a sporting coach for referees. "The only thing we had related to Negreira was some talks from his son, who was a fantastic coach," Noval said, describing pre-match discussions as light and motivational rather than manipulative. Interestingly, Noval's comments about club interactions highlighted a stark contrast. While he noted that some clubs like Athletic Club occasionally provided small gestures or Russian teams gifted luxury watches, he reserved the highest praise for Real Madrid. "I always say it, the team that treated me best as a referee was Real Madrid," he stated. Noval recalled that the club accommodated requests for family attendance at games and even invited his parents to exclusive boxes, including at the Emirates Stadium. "That is appreciated. We are people," he added. Premier League star expresses his full willingness to join Barcelona. Aston Villa star Pau Torres is keen on the prospect of a move back to La Liga with Barcelona. This comes amid the understanding that the former Villarreal man has been earmarked as a leading transfer target on the part of the Camp Nou brass. It is of course common knowledge that Barcelona are on the lookout for reinforcements at the heart of defense with a view to next season. As much comes amid the collective opinion that Inigo Martinez has not been properly replaced since his summer exit. Deco and company have in turn drawn up a list of potential arrivals. And emerging as a prominent figure on this shortlist over recent weeks has been the aforementioned Pau Torres. All of a Blaugrana persuasion will therefore no doubt be intrigued to learn of the latest word stemming from the Spanish media on Friday. As per a report from Fishages, Pau Torres has expressed his full willingness to wear the Barcelona jersey. The Spanish international defender believes his time in England could be coming to an end if the opportunity to return to Spain materializes. Garcia, Count and Cubarsí to start 4-2-3-1 Barcelona predicted lineup versus Villarreal. Barcelona will lock horns with Villarreal at the Estadio de la Ceramica on Sunday as they hope to earn a good result on the road in La Liga. The Catalan club secured a solid 2-0 win over Guadalajara recently, which should keep them in good spirits ahead of this game. Hansi Flick will set his side up in a 4-2-3-1 formation and is expected to make some changes to his first 11 for this contest. Joan Garcia, Jules Koundé and Pau Cubarsí could play from the start of this game. 4-2-3-1 Barcelona predicted lineup to face Villarreal defense. Joan Garcia will feature in between the sticks for the Catalan club after being rested in midweek. Pau Cubarsí will feature alongside Gerard Martin at the heart of the Barcelona backline as they look to maintain a good shape on the defensive end of the field. Jules Koundé will try to impress as the right back, while Alejandro Balde hopes to prove his worth on the other side as the left back. Both of them will try to go forward and express themselves in the opponent's half. Midfield. Pedri and Eric Garcia will anchor the midfield for the Catalan club as they focus on establishing their superiority over the opposition at the center of the park. The talented trio of Marcus Rashford, Rafinha and Lamine Yamal will operate just ahead of them as part of the Barcelona attack. All three of them will have to combine well if the Catalan giants are to create enough chances to win this contest. Marc Bernal and Fermin Lopez will have to be content with a place on the bench as they wait for their chance to influence the game in the second 45 minutes if required. Ferran Torres will spearhead Barcelona's attack up top. The Spanish attacker has to find a way to be a constant menace on the offensive end of the field. Diego Fernandez will make up the numbers on the bench and might come on to make an impact in the final quarter of the game if Barcelona are in need of a goal by then. So there you have it. Barcelona's January transfer situation is wide open. With Mammadoom Back attracting serious European interest, Pau Torres willing to return to La Liga, and Hansi Flick preparing key tactical decisions ahead of Villarreal, the coming weeks could be decisive for the club. Financial pressure, squad depth and long-term planning are all colliding at Camp Nou, and every move now matters. What do you think? Should Barcelona sell him back in January? Would Pau Torres be the right signing? And do you agree with Flick's predicted lineup? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for daily Barcelona news, transfers and match previews. See you in the next one. Visca Barça.